Yo, it's me again, attracting another story time. I guess I'm liking the story times because it kind of helps me reminisce about the old times and the shenanigans and dumb stuff I used to do. But hey, today's story is about how I chipped my tooth. You can probably see when I talk that I have a chipped tooth, like my two front teeth is chipped. Well, technically they were until I got it fixed and then chipped it again. But that will be another story time. It's gonna be different parts. Like it's gonna be this part the second time I chipped my tooth about like four times. These two front tooth right here, I chipped them twice.
What an idiot.
But to get into the story, we're going back all the way in fifth grade. I was in fifth grade when I first chipped my tooth, and boy, this story is crazy. So the story begins with two friends, right? Is me and my friend Don Gon. Don Gon is a fellow YouTuber and my close friend who I've known since like kindergarten. I knew him for a long time. So it start. Let's get into the dynamics of how me and Don Gon were. We were like we're like Dumber and Dumber low key. We used to do the dumbest stuff ever. Like let's say one story is where I told him to jump from the fourth step. And for some reason, my evil mind, my malicious mind, I tripped him midair. Actually, let's go to his explanation. So let's see his explanation.
Yo, what's going on? It's Don Gon here, and I'm here to do a little quick interjection on my side of the story and how it felt for me whenever he did that menacing act. So, as you may know, he told me to jump from the fourth or fifth step or whatever, and I'm like, all right, bro, watch this, check this out. I'm dope as hell. So I go ahead and I do it. I jump, believing that my man is such a kind-hearted and good-hearted dude. But as I should have known already for knowing him for a good amount of time already up until this point in middle school, he's not that type of dude towards me. So he told me to jump and I jump. I'm in the air. I got all this hang time. I'm cool as hell. I got a bald head. I'm chilling. I'm in the air. All of a sudden, my man does a side leg sweep, kicks the hell out of my legs, and I go from vertical to horizontal. And as I'm going like this, it was like a scene from Doctor Strange. My body just was there, and I was out there watching my body fall horizontally. And I'm looking at my body, and I'm looking at him.
But I see through you.
Just laughing, and this is all happening in slow motion. It's so weird. Like, I know it sounds like I'm being dramatic, but I'm not. Like, I saw my body. Like, I think I might have had a near death experience. Now that I think about it, I think my body realized like, oh, you could die, and I'm just falling in slow motion, and I'm going, and then all of a sudden, I just pop back in my body, and it speeds up, and I'm hitting the floor. Boom. I'm on the floor. He's just laughing, and I'm laughing. But I'm like, yo, what the hell? And I told him, like, bro, I saw my body falling. This was not, this was crazy. And, we just laughing and whatnot. But, yeah, that was just a little quick interjection about my side of the story and how I felt and how I viewed it. But, yeah, Danilo was a menace. But that's my guy.
Thank you, Don Gon, for that story. But yeah, that's how our dynamic were. We were like really like just doing anything. Like we were idiots. But to start off the story, right? We were in fifth grade class, and a teacher called Mrs. Fox. She was a really great teacher. I love Mrs. Fox. Like she was like one of them teachers that really care about like people's like education and stuff like that. We had them teachers that be like, it's up to you guys. I'm getting paid regardless. Those teachers always fucking suck. Like those teachers, like I can't respect those type of teachers who just do stuff like that. But back to the story. So we were just playing Mancala because I'd reran the story with him to make sure to get some of the information right. We was in the class because she would give us free time to like play Mancala or like just to play games and then go back to studying because she was a really good teacher. So me and him were just playing Mancala. I don't remember the gist of why we were playing Mancala. A lot of people, I don't even know if people still play Mancala to this day. But For some unknown dumb reason, me and him were playing Mancala, and we just started stealing the marbles from the Mancala set. So we're just there playing, and we just like, you know what? Let's take some of these Mancalas and like Mancala marbles. So some of the Mancala marbles, and then we went to the bathroom for some odd reason. Like I don't know why we went to the bathroom, but me and him went to the bathroom together because I think back then the only way you were allowed in the hallways is with a hall pass. So each class, like set of class, had their own hall pass. So me and him both went to the bathroom with one hall pass because we both wanted to go to the bathroom. But I don't think we really wanted to use the bathroom because we probably went to go in there to do some dumb kid stuff. Kids usually just go to the bathroom and just goof around. I was like they goof around station, hanging off the stalls, just doing the most like random things ever. So we go to the bathroom, right? Mind you, you know how I said we were stealing the Mancala marbles? We were stealing the marbles and taking them to the bathroom. For some odd reason, me and Don Gon had the brightest idea to start beaming marbles against the wall. So we're just beaming them against the wall, just throwing them super hard to see probably who can throw it the hardest and fastest.
ているようです。じゃあね、普通に投げてやっけ。
Probably not the brightest idea either, like just throwing marbles against like the wall, because maybe we could have done something, bounced off, hit one of us. But you see how I just said that? That doesn't matter, because one of us, or in a, like, we synced in like the idiocy or whatever fuck, like in dickheadery, we both was like, yo, we should throw these marbles at each other, like beaming at each other. And can we go back and think about how as kids we were just so fucking stupid, like, just think about that. We could have really hurt each other throwing like these marbles at each other, like beaming at each other. Like we didn't think about like the outcome or the aftermath. Like yes, let's beam these marbles. We could have hit someone in the eye. We could have just like did some type of harm to each other, but we just didn't care. So me and Dante just going back and forth, just beaming marbles at each other, right? Just boom, just throwing it. But the funny thing is, we didn't hurt each other throwing the marbles at each other, because maybe we were missing or something like that, but no one really got hurt from throwing it at each other. So we just beaming it back and forth, and then boom, we threw the marble, it gets lost. Like we didn't see where it went. So we're just like, okay, where the fuck did this marble just go? Like we're just lost. Like we're just going around looking for this lost marble that we try to beam at each other and hurt each other with, right? So we're just going around and just like looking for it. And then this is the nasty part. This is pretty nasty, like, to think about it now, but as kids, we didn't think of it. This man, Dante, or Dongon, gets on all fours. Like, he literally gets on all fours and, like, is looking for it, right? And for some odd reason, one of the stalls were locked. Like, it was just locked from the inside. You know how stalls, you just put the switch in? Maybe some other kid that's an idiot locked the stalls and thought it was funny to lock the stalls and then crawl out of it. So one of the stalls is locked, and it's like, maybe it's under there. Maybe it's under that locked stall. So like I said, Don Gon got on all fours and crawled under the stalls. That's dirty as fuck. Like, to this day, like, we didn't think how dirty bathroom floors are. That is super dirty. So he goes under the stall, and he's looking, and he's like, I found it, right? To paint the scene, right? Just a regular bathroom stall, right? And then I'm on the other side of the stall, right? I'm on the other side of the stall on all fours, just looking for the marble, like I'm Velma. Like, you know how Velma be on all fours? Like, my glasses. We didn't need to do all that, to be honest. I don't know why we were on all fours like that, like a dog for some reason. I'm on all fours like a dog, like, just like, for some reason. So Don Gon, to this day, I don't know what made him do this. Like, maybe he was just, we were both dickheads. That's all I can explain. We both dickheads. Like, that's the only reason why I can see him doing this. So he's like, I found it, and just beams it, like, he just bounces it off the floor, right? You wouldn't think nothing of it because he's inside the locked stall, remind you, and I'm outside of the locked stall. So, like, there's the stall door, right? So it has to, like, so this is the door, right? I'm on this side of the door and he's over here, right? None of it. So him bouncing that marble does not mean anything. I don't know what type of trigonometry or Hanzo bouncing dart this man had. He bounces the marble. It goes under the door, bounces up, and hits me in my mouth. And I'm like, what the hell just hit me? And I'm like, yo, like I actually felt it clink on my teeth. Like I felt it hit me, but it hit my teeth. So I'm just like, cause back then I was bucktooth. I was really bucktooth. Like maybe chipping my tooth made my teeth look more normal, or maybe I didn't have time to grow into it. But I was bucktooth. So these two front teeth of mine were actually like buck teeth, right? So I'm like, and I don't know why I'm like on the floor looking for glasses with my mouth open, like I was a mouth breather or something. So I just like, all I hear is click. I was like, I'm on all fours. I'm like, damn, it kind of hurt it. So I'm like holding my mouth. I'm like, bro, like I felt the marble hit my mouth. And he's like, whoa, what the hell? Like, how did it hit your how did it hit your like tooth? I'm like, I just don't know. Then I go into, I'm like thinking about it. It's so dumb. I go to the mirror because you know bathrooms have mirrors, and I smile, go, and then I look. I'm gonna tell you back then the chip was way worse. Like this chip is only a little bit because it's a little bit of my fake tooth that chipped. Like this is part of my fake tooth. Like to make an image, it's just like it's me again attracting. This is after editing, so I'm gonna just draw what my tooth probably looked like. Mind you, I'm not the best drawer. I don't even know where my mouse is. There it goes. So basically, my teeth, you know, regular teeth, right? This probably be the worst teeth you ever seen in your life, but just bear with me, right? So mind you, this is what my teeth was, right? You see how my chip looks like in the actual video? Not bad, right? So this is what my chip actually looked like. If I was to go like this, all right, and just do this, just imagine that. That's how my teeth look like. Like that's how bad the chip was. Like, hold on. Let's, yeah, just imagine that's how the chip looked like. Just a big arch. That's what my chip actually looked like. Like it was kind of worse than that, but that's like the gist of how bad my teeth was chipped. Like it looked it like that. It looked it like a bridge. Like, and it wasn't even equal like that. Like I kind of made it look nicer than it was. It was more fucked up than that. So basically, that's how my chip tooth basically looked like. Like it's like think about your two front teeth and like carve an arc out and just remove the bottom part. It was like an arc. So my tooth literally looked like that afterwards. Like I know I have to cut my nails. I like don't say that in the comments, bro. Cut your nails, but my tooth looked like that. Like you know how a tooth would be too square? It looked like that. So that's how bad the chip was. And I'm like, and then I start crying crazy. Like I didn't cry because the marble hit my mouth. I started crying because in my mind I'm like, oh my god, I'm ugly as fuck now. Like I thought I was the most hideous thing in the world because that chip was that bad. Like now I look like it looked like a vampire. Like I bite people. Like I looked at crazy in that mirror. So I'm just like, bro, I'm just looking in the mirror like, damn, I'm really ugly as shit now. And so I'm just crying and shit. And Dante's like, oh my god. Yo, he's like panicking. Like the emotions that came across me is just like, damn, I'm really ugly as fuck. Like, it's crazy. But now we have to go back to class, right? We have to go back to class and explain what the fuck just happened. Because if I come back to class with a chipped tooth, the teacher's gonna be like, what the fuck happened? So, sorry for cursing, YouTube, but now we have to come up with an idea of how it happened. Like we can't say, yo, we were throwing marbles at each other and just being idiots in the bathroom, because then we're both gonna get in trouble. So you know what, the bright idea, like this story is just about us being the biggest idiots in the world. Like this story is not even about the chip tooth anymore. It's about how me and him collectively are just stupid as fuck. We were coming up with ideas, right, on why I chipped my tooth, and the excuse we made was I slipped on piss and banged my tooth on the urinal.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 way, boy.
The fucking dumbest, the dumbest shit ever. We could have said anything else. Like, oh, it was water on the floor and I slipped and hit the sink. I slipped on piss and hit my fucking tooth against the urinal. So the story even sounds more dirty that we were on fours and then out of nowhere we're somehow slipping on piss, which is false. So like idiots, we want to go to the sink, right? Because we already peed, so no one has piss. We're not gonna fucking piss on the floor. So we just grab water and splash it at the urine, like around the urinal. And like I did it like I like one like that to act like I slipped, right? To make it seem like a big slip mark. And then I'm still crying though. Like we're making this idea and doing like we're executing the idea while I'm just like fucking crying. Like I'm bawling my eyes out. And I come back to the class, Mrs. Fox, and she's like, "What happened?" And then we have to sit there and explain to her that I slipped on piss. Like that is the most crazy story that we said. Like I don't know why the fuck we thought about slipping on piss. It could have been anything else. We could have been like, yo, there was just a bunch of water and soap on the floor because, you know, kids like to get messy. No, we thought about piss. So we're making an excuse, and Dante's telling her the story, and I'm just crying for the most part. And, like, we go back to the class to say that. Then she calls security for some reason. I don't know why security was called. Maybe they thought we was lying or something. I don't know why the security guard came or like to investigate what happened, but he went to the bathroom, right? I don't know if he went in there with him or not. This is a part I can't truly remember, but I remember him believing our story, and me and Dante were like, yo, what the fuck? They believed on slipping on piss? Like, I thought they were gonna come back like, no, these kids are lying. It's water on the floor. But no, he literally said, no, it's true. He slipped. And I'm like, me and Dante kind of like looked at each other like, yo, like, they believe the story about like me slipping on piss. So me and Dante go to the nurse's office because the teacher's like, go to the nurse's office, right? So me and Dante are to the nurse's office. We're going down there, and I'm still crying my ass out. Like I'm only crying because I'm fucking ugly. Like I'm not really crying because my teeth is chipped. I'm crying the fact that I think I'm fucking hideous. I'm literally saying I'm hideous now. I'm ugly. So we go to the nurse's office. Mind you, the nurse, I forgot her name, but the nurse was like, she had a smoker's voice, like, she's like, all right, I'll call your parents. That kind of straightened my voice. And me and Dante just sitting in the nurse's office, right? And Dante's like, yo, bro, I'm sorry, you can punch me in my face. To look back at it, I don't know, that's not like the proper payback. Like, I can punch you in your face, but my tooth is still chipped. So I'm like, nah, like me being a good friend, I'm like, bro, it's not your fault. Like, you didn't mean to. Like, I'm still crying a little bit. Like, I'm calming down a bit. Like, you know, you didn't mean to. The nurse, now we're going to talk about the nurses being useless. Like, all school nurses be useless. Oh, you broke your foot, you got a major injury in school, here's an ice packet. They only give you ice. They give you ice for everything. I don't know if school nurses are really registered to be nurses or they're just like anybody from the street and all they give you is ice. She gave me ice, and then she's just telling me the story how I can get it fixed. Oh yeah, she was telling me how I can get my chipped fixed. They was like, oh, they would put a filling in. Like she was actually explaining to me because her son chipped her tooth, but she still gave me ice for my tooth wasn't hurting. Like, it's just my mouth wasn't hurting. It's just I had a chipped tooth, so I don't know what the ice was for. So she had to explain to like my mom, like, yo, your son chipped his tooth, and my mom was like, I have to explain to my mom in Spanish, like, and my Spanish is terrible. I'm like, mami, yo rompió mi diente, just crying. She's just like, ¿Qué pasó? So my mom has to call my dad to go pick up my mom to come to school to get me. And then we were going around looking for like dentists. And my mom, like around where my mom works, she worked in the hood. And she was like, we can go here. And it's literally someone's house that's just a dentist. Like, it just says dentist. I'm like, no, I'm not going there. Like, I can't. And I can't do that. Like, my mom was really trying to like put me in any trap house to fix my tooth. But yeah, that's like basically the story. Like, we're both just idiots for that, you know, situation. Like, I could have went to more detail, but like to be honest, the first time I chipped my tooth wasn't really as big as the other times. And like I said, part two is gonna be how I chip my tooth again. Like I think, to be honest, I didn't really fix my chipped tooth the first time. I just left it be. Like I just left my tooth like that, like it being chipped. But then the second time I chipped it the same. I chipped the same two teeth, and that story is gonna be a different story because that one was more like dramatic. That one made my teeth even worse to the point where I had to get it fixed. Like right now, like this is only a little chip of my fake tooth. Like majority of my front two teeth is fake, like filling. And like I remember I went to the dentist recently. It's like, yeah, we might just have to give you 2 crowns. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing all that. Like I'm not. That's too much for me. But thank you for watching. You know, usually I think for now on, like I like making storytime videos, but like it'll be nice. Like let's say if I start telling stories on Twitch streams, because like recording is a different beast on its own, and you have to like really like be like I stutter a lot. So that's why like it's kind of hard for me to do storytime videos, but I'm enjoying them though. Like I like telling stories because I have so many stories to tell. But make sure you follow my Twitch at twitchtv.attractant. Make sure you leave a like and comment and even subscribe. Even hit the bell so you know when I upload. You know, listen, 2 uploads from me. Come on, that's crazy. Y'all gotta give me my props. You gotta be like, yo, this man's kind of being active. But hopefully I can keep it up. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 because you guys gotta know part 2 on how I did it again. So